What's up, girly pops? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you, and I'm so glad that out of all the videos on YouTube, you chose mine to click on. Today I'm going on my longest bike ride yet. So I've been biking for, I don't know, maybe 2 months. And in those 2 months, my bike rides have been roughly between 11 and 13 miles. Today I'm going on a 15-mile bike ride, and I am bringing y'all along with me throughout the entire process. And by that, I mean, I can't just get up and say I'm going on a bike ride. No. I have to start prepping like 2 to 3 hours in advance. First off, I try to get in a good meal full of carbs and hydrate myself. I wasn't really hungry though, and I didn't really want to make anything. So I settled on some rolled oats that I just bought and I hadn't opened. So I decided to make me a bowl of oatmeal topped with honey and some frozen fruit. I like to eat about 2 hours before I'm going to go on a ride, so that way it like can settle in my stomach and I'm not going like on a completely full stomach, but it's also gonna be enough time for it to give me the power that I need to power through my bike ride. And hydration is key because it is so hot out here and I just don't want to completely like bonk out there. About an hour before I go, I've noticed that if I drink a Celsius or an Alani, just some sort of energy drink, it actually also gives me like a power boost to get through the bike ride without stopping. While I was sipping on my energy drink, I needed to air up my bike because, did I already mention I haven't gone on a bike ride in about 2 weeks? I took 1 week off because I was on my period, and you can still ride your bike while you're like during your cycle. It's just like personal preference, because with the padded bike shorts, the chamois, you're not supposed to wear underwear or it can chafe you like really badly. So therefore I choose not to go during my cycle. Anyways, then I took a week off because we had our little baby godson here. So I took another week off to just spend time with him. And in that time, my tires got flat. I don't know why tubeless do this, or if my tires are just old, like I don't know, but they go flat after like even 2 days of not riding. If you've watched my last few videos, you know that we found a bike pump at the thrift store. However, when we tried to use it on these tubeless tires, it didn't work. I think it's only compatible with bikes that have tubes in the tires. So after Derek trying to pump up my tires with it, and then me trying to, because I always think that like I know everything. So after me coming in and trying it and it not working, we just decided to use my little portable pump, and it always does the trick. Like it doesn't even take that long. Once my tires were aired up, I could go and stretch. Stretching is so important, and if you do not know this yet, let this be your sign. Literally just stretching every day for like 10 to 15 minutes, even if you're not like working out or going to do anything strenuous, just stretching can make you feel so much better and help you get through your normal everyday activities. This first week that I took off of my bike, I was doing yoga like every day outside. And then the second week, I didn't do the yoga, and I could feel it. My body was so tight. So this stretch right here, this little yoga sesh before my bike ride was very much needed, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. Once I was finished stretching, I immediately changed into my biking outfit so that I did not have any excuses. I got my lights all situated on my bike, and I filled my water bottle up with electrolytes. Finally, after all that prep, oh, did I mention that I also stopped in the middle of all this to dye my daughter's hair? And Derek also stepped outside to cook dinner. So in that time, 2.5 hours passed, and it was finally time for me to go on this bike ride. Whoopsie doodle doo, just kidding. Derek came in from making the steaks outside, and he was like, actually, your front tire needs a little bit more air. So while he was doing that, I got my helmet turned on, and I like to turn on all my lights before I even walk out the house, so that way I don't forget to turn one on and I know that they're all on and good to go, especially the one on the back of my helmet. I don't know why, but before every single bike ride, I get so nervous, like butterflies in my tummy, and I don't know why that is. I'm officially out here after having to turn back around and air up my tire one more time because it was flat and I could feel everything. But I'm out here a little pissed off because I don't have my headphones. They're in my car. Carson took my car. Don't have my sunglasses because they're also in my car. So I'm frustrated a little bit, but let's hope that my frustration goes away by the time I get home. I am at the halfway point, or what is usually my halfway point, and I stopped so I can drink the rest of this. I have it in the back of my jersey, and so I brought the rest of this so that I can drink it. I wanted to stop so many times back there, so many times. I wanted to stop at my halfway point and then my 3/4 point of the first half. But I was like, no, since this is a longer ride, try to make it at least to, well, I said the 3/4 stop at first. And then once I passed that, I was like, okay, I think you can make it to the halfway point and then you can stop, get a drink, continue on your way, and then turn around and go back. So gonna have a little hydration break. I'm not too concerned with going fast today because I've never ridden this road. I've never gone this far, so don't know what my time should be, but actually, not gonna lie, my timing is pretty good right now. I am in the fastest gear I can be in, so that may have something to do with it, but I don't know. It just feels good to be out here and look at the sunset. Are you kidding me? There is nothing like a West Texas sunset. Made it to 7.5 miles, so let's hope we can beat the sun. Just now I got super emotional because check this out, the moon is out in all her glory, and then also the sun is out, and it just reminds me of how two things can coexist and be equally beautiful and not take away from one another. And I don't know why that makes me so emotional, but it really does. And so I'm just gonna take a little hydration break, another one, just because I don't really want to stop on the way home because I'm trying to beat the sun. But I'm gonna take a quick drink and then I'm gonna head back home. Extra part that I had to drive to the 7.5 miles, there's a huge uphill climb, but the good thing about it is that whenever I'm coming back, it's all downhill until I get past the stop sign and back into my regular territory, and I have to do the climb that I always have to do, which today felt like a really big climb. On the way back, I finished the ride, but on the way back, I wiped out, and I think it's bound to happen, but I'm pretty disappointed in myself because it was because of my stupid decisions. I wanted to take out my phone and record, and there's no cars around, but sometimes my bike sounds like a car, in the distance. And so I kind of thought, once I paused the music, I thought that maybe there was a car. So I looked over my shoulder this way, and my phone was in this pocket. And so I was looking over my shoulder this way while simultaneously reaching for my phone. So I was already off balance and only using one hand. And the roads out there are highway roads, so there's rocks, there's little holes in the road, things like that. And I think that I could feel my bike wobbling. I could feel my bike wobbling, but I'm just really mad that it was my stupid decision that caused this. And I'm so thankful that there were no cars coming. I'm so thankful. And I'm also very, very, very thankful for this helmet because my head I didn't hit my head at all. I hit my face a little because I tucked and rolled, but I think I hit something. Because I could feel my bike moving, kind of wobbling, but I knew that I kind of had control, and then I hit something and that kind of sent my bike, and it was all with like in a millisecond that I felt my bike hit something, and I knew that I was gonna fall. I knew there were no cars coming, so I knew that I was good to fall this way. I didn't want to fall, but I knew that it was gonna happen, and I said, okay, just let go. There's nothing you can do. Like, trust your helmet, trust yourself. You're gonna fall. And so let me see if I can. I did, because I tucked and rolled like this, I did injure my hand a little, but it's just a scrape and maybe some bruising. I did scrape my shoulder up a little. You can't really see because the lighting stuff, but I got some road on me, I guess. And then this is the worst of it. It looks worse than it is, but I was about 2 miles from home, and I could have called Derek, but I didn't want him to freak out. And once I assessed the situation, like made sure that I was good. Oh, I broke my glasses. They're my only glasses, so I'm gonna have to take them and see what can be done. I might end up having to just buy a whole new pair, which really sucks because I just got these, and I know that things can be replaced, so I don't mean to sound vain, but I am really thankful that I'm okay, and that like I didn't break my leg, I didn't break my arm, I didn't like injure myself. I'm 1000% sure I'll be feeling it tomorrow, especially on my shoulder. But I'm gonna take a shower and get this all cleaned up. But yeah, like I said, I was about 2.5 miles from home, and I say I didn't call Derek because I didn't want him to worry, but honestly, I think that I was just being prideful, and I wanted to finish my 15 miles. So dumb. So I don't know, until I can get like a GoPro or something, I think that this is gonna be my last biking video, because I cannot keep putting myself at risk like that, reaching for my phone and grabbing it and things like that. I usually have it on my bike, but my phone holder broke. So I was having to keep it back here, which I already knew wasn't a good idea. And then also, I don't know, trust your gut, because maybe I shouldn't have even gone on this bike ride. There was just like, I don't know, like the bike pump didn't work, right? And then, hindsight, right? Hindsight is 2020. And so now I'm just thinking like of all these things, like maybe that was fine, you shouldn't have gone. And then like you aired your tire up, and then you went and like it wasn't aired up, you had to come back, and then you didn't have your headphones, and then you didn't have your glasses, and just like on and on and on and on, like all these things that I could say, right? That, you know, like trust your gut. Like if so many things are going wrong, like maybe that's a sign you shouldn't go. But hindsight, again, 2020. It is what it is. Like I said, it was bound to happen at some point. I think every cyclist falls off their bike at some point, even in the Tour de France. So the bike's okay, if anyone is wondering. Yeah, I don't know. I got my longest bike ride in, and I also busted ass. So yeah, there's that. But I'm gonna go clean myself up, and thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, or if you just feel sorry for me, please like, subscribe, comment, all the things that just feel so dumb to say right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you, bye. After having a shower and cleaning myself up, I'm a little more grounded, and yes, it was completely my fault, 100% avoidable had I not been reaching for my phone, and just whatever. I'm not gonna be too hard on myself, because I have learned my lesson, and I'm not gonna get my phone out anymore. I do have to take my phone with me just for like emergencies and to like track my workout, but I'm just, like I said, until I can get a GoPro or some other sort of camera, I'm just not gonna like vlog my bike rides anymore, which kind of sucks because I really enjoy doing it. But again, safety, you know, safety over everything else. Look at my glasses. I might go tomorrow and see what they can do. I don't know if I have insurance on these. Hopefully I do. I was just talking about these and how they are so worth the money, because I've had them for like 3 or 4 years, and I just got new lenses on them, but that they had not broken or anything. But I will say, like, if it takes a bike crash to break them, they're pretty sturdy. But I'm all cleaned up, and I wanted to come and just tell y'all a little bit about the bike ride itself before I crashed. Can I even call it a crash? I just feel like I wiped out. I lost control and I wiped out. So like I didn't crash into anything except the road. But okay, let's just talk about the bike ride. The 15 miles was not as bad as I guess I kind of imagined it to be. It was okay. Like I didn't get tired. My legs didn't get tired. And especially after not riding for like 2 weeks, it felt great. Like it felt really good. The only thing was I didn't know where I was gonna stop because I just didn't know like where the 7.5 mile mark was. But now I know, so now I can like plan accordingly and know that okay, once I get here, once I get there, yada yada yada. There is a big climb, like I said earlier in the video, there is kind of a big climb, but I don't mind it because on the way back I'm just going downhill. So one thing I did notice is that I had to move my hand positioning a lot more because it's a longer ride and my hands were starting to get numb whenever I tried to, like once I got comfortable, they started getting numb. And speaking of numb, even though I wear padded bike shorts, my whole down there area is just numb, completely numb, which I've heard that if you are riding like more than I can't remember if it's 15 miles or something like that. But also, again, haven't been on a bike in 2 weeks, so that could also contribute to it. But yeah, super sore, or not sore. I probably will be sore tomorrow. I am super numb, and yeah, this hurts. This, like, this is gonna bruise. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of gnarly. Just sucks that it had to happen, that it happened the way that it did, you know? Because that's not like, oh, I was racing and I fell off my bike, and no, it's just so dumb. It's like I was reaching for my phone so that I could take a video and I lost control and I broke my glasses and I picked myself up, like, but did clean up pretty nicely. Derek brought me a bunch of stuff from his work. They have a really good first aid kit there, and I think I'm gonna take a couple of dual action like Tylenol or something just so that I'm not completely feeling it tomorrow. But yeah, after kind of getting over like the shock of everything, I was like, oh, I need to come on and talk about the actual bike ride itself. So it was good. Wasn't bad. 10 out of 10 would do it again, minus the wipeout. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I appreciate y'all so much, and don't be like me. Don't text and bike. Don't be on your phone and biking. Don't record. I think whenever you say like don't text and drive, don't text and bike, it just implies like just do not be on your phone at all while you are biking or driving. So anyways, I am gonna go take some medicine and head to bed. But thank you guys so much for coming along with me, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video.